Let's see if I still remember how to start this thing. I have it saved as a text document on my desktop, but I'm cocky.
Okay, go for it.
Humans have like Xerox, Hork-Bajir, and taxons that you managed to find some earbuds. Welcome to the Wonder Yerks for all your Animorphs rereading and eventual rewatching needs. I'm Sarah.
I'm Blair.
I'm Seda. I'm 15. I watch anime because a girl I like has a crush on it. And
yes,
that's it.
Okay, cool. Damn, what were if we all woke up and found that the past 10 years had just been some cruel trick by God, where would we be? Like,
I would be, so I'm 28.
Sure.
So I graduated in 2009 and then did an extra semester.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be in a weird film focus program with a whole bunch of other weirdos being like too emotionally vulnerable and like really pushed into it by teachers for some reason because they thought that was like fine.
Sure.
And making weird... Oh, I had just wrapped up a production of Footloose in which I played the preacher's wife, and me and my other friend who is a gay man fell deeply in love because we were married in the play.
I'm pretty sure, fun fact, about 10 years ago at this time, I was in the middle of a production of Footloose.
Oh?
Which I think is I think that's funny. But to be fair, Footloose is pretty popular. I imagine any of us...
It's a bad play. It's a bad play. The script is bad. The music is not good either.
Counterpoint.
Nope.
Let's hear it for the boy?
Yeah, it's fine. I like to sing it to Geralt, so it can stay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like a good Geralt song.
I was 13 10 years ago, and so that means I was reading Death Note Yaoi. Probably on DeviantArt. That's what I was doing.
Oh, speaking of Death Note, in the time since our last episode, I have started and finished my rewatch.
Oh, fun. Now you can read Death Note Yaoi.
Yeah! Oh, fuck yeah!
Don't do it, it's all bad. Even then, I knew this was all bad. Light
Yagami is far too busy thinking about murder to ever who he could not possibly fuck at this juncture.
No, he's also not sexy, so that's fine.
Not in the slightest.
Nope.
Now, Ryuk, though.
I literally can't talk about the horniness. The thing is, I haven't read Death Note since I was a middle school aged teenager, so like preteen. So I feel like I'm betraying a part
about
of
10 years
myself.
ago.
It's just a little too strange for me. I can't do it.
That's fair. This is an Animorphs podcast.
Not an anime podcast. Thank God it's not a fucking anime podcast.
Well, okay, so after the Wonder Years is over, how do you guys feel about transitioning into the one... No, I can't.
There's not a pun I think you can find there.
What I was going to go...
Yu-Gi-Ohs.
Wonder
Yu-Gi-Ohs.
Oh.
That's not bad. I was going to say the Wonder Weebs, but that doesn't really work either.
No.
So for now, we'll table that, come back to it later, and for now we will just be the Wonder Years.
Cool. I'm
the
into
Animorphs
it.
podcast.
Morph.
I like it. Now let's do that time-honored tradition of taking a look at this cover of Jake morphing into taller Jake.
Holy shit. Okay. So I was like, whoa, Jake's gonna turn into a 40-year-old man. Spoiler, he's like 25.
God, he really does. Oh my God, he's so old.
He
looks like Captain Jack Harkness plus 10.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Okay.
But that's okay.
It's been a while since I've seen Doctor Who. That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I immediately started losing my mind over this cover. I feel like they could have stopped at, like, the fourth one, you know? And that's about the right age.
Right, exactly.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah. That second one is definitely like that second one's like high school senior. Third one's like, I don't know, college sophomore.
Yeah.
Right.
Fourth one, I fully believe that's like someone who's like a couple of years out of college and they're like, damn, what the fuck am I doing? The years took over and I'm just over here pushing paper, pushing pencils.
The title of this book is The Familiar.
Sure.
I'd like to push back on that.
Perhaps it's ironically titled The Familiar.
Maybe. There's nothing familiar about this book. It's crazy. It's off the wall.
Yeah, this book is... There are moments in this book that I think are pretty good.
Yeah.
Those moments are kind of few.
And they're challenged by just the structure of
Man,
this
why
book.
does his... I'm sorry, I'm still looking at that image. Like, there is like... It is like two different faces, that second to last one and that last one.
Yeah.
Like, that last one... God, it's got Jeff Gerstmann's eyes.
And so the caption or the subtitle for this is "They're out of sight, you're out of mind,"
which is nonsense.
Yeah,
like even
they're out of sight, you're out of mind.
Yeah, like, the one I kept thinking of was like the Gwen Stefani, like out of my.
That's not bad.
But you're out of mind. It doesn't. What are they trying to say?
Right. I would say even outside of the context of this book, it's total nonsense.
Yeah. I think I just cracked it.
Okay.
Yeah?
You can't see a yerk when they're in your head.
Sure.
And you're not really in your control of things, so you're out of control in your mind.
You're being so generous right now.
Yeah. I know. I am working for this reach. I am fully aware. I'm just trying to connect some dots here, because Capelgate was not kind.
I'll accept that. It's just that the phrase "you're out of mind" just means you aren't being thought of.
Right.
And right.
I think that what was out of mind was them trying to come up with a subtitle for this book. I think that was out of mind.
I mean, you have this. You have this draft thrown in front of you, and it's like, come up with a title. Hey, copywriter, come up with a title and tagline for this, and you're like, well, Jesus Christ.
I genuinely don't think there's any, like, I genuinely think there were just like 52. I think maybe at one point there were 52 or 54, however many books there are. There were 54 subtitles that all went like well together. But then some intern with like glasses and a stuffy and like a pocket protector, he tripped and all of them got all mixed up.
Sure.
Like, that's really what it feels like. It just feels like someone did an oopsie.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, I'm going to make it my mission to try and come up with a better title okay, thank you, Gerald, over the course of this episode.
Unfamiliar?
Yeah. Also, just mandatory, let's get it out of the way first. Insert My Brother and Me theme song reference here.
Yep.
Okay?
It's The Familiar.
Great, thank you.
Well, okay, hold on. Before we move on to the book itself, how are you looking about, I think this is the first time we've seen a clothes morph on the cover of these books. Like we've definitely seen clothes morphing in and out of certain animals and other humanoid creatures, but I don't think we've ever seen a clothes to clothes morph like we're seeing here.
It's incomprehensible in the context of Animorphs, but that's okay.
It's like there's effort being done to like for the face, and then like the clothing is just like, let's just do like a quick like opacity fade.
Right, totally.
Like 25, 50, 75, 100%.
Right, so for the home audience, it is Jake in a green t-shirt and jeans, Jinko jeans it looks like.
Big old jeans.
And then quote-unquote 25-year-old Jake in a bright red-orange jumpsuit, looking very space-agey.
Think Fallout, but if it was red instead of blue.
Sure, and with a number
with a blue
5,
blazer
I guess,
underneath.
on the arm.
Not blazer. I don't know what clothes are.
Yeah, it's just a big pile of nonsense.
I
But,
do like the one piece of hair that's like migrating towards the center of his head.
Yeah, that's like part of growing up is that like your hair kind of gets a little loose.
I guess.
So, okay, this book would have come out in like 2001, right? Something like that?
Sure.
2001, 2002?
No, I don't think so.
April 2000 it says on the Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
So, and the time skip is what, 15 years?
10.
Yes.
Is it 10?
Yep, so this is 2010.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I think that, like, I think that these books were, like, contemporary when they started, but I think they've, like, remained at a different pace than
I don't think that they went,
But then again...
Because, like, with the timeline of this book, it's very much, like, this seems to, for the first time, give Jake a solid age of, like, 15. And I feel like it was very much implied that they were, like, 12 or 13 when the series began.
For sure.
So, it's hard to tell if that's, like, them, like, just messing that up, or if it's showing that some time has passed.
It's hard to say, but I did just remember that at the end of this book, they do name drop the Phantom Menace as a poster that Jake has on his wall.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
So this is definitely happening post, when was that? That was, like, May of 1999?
Wasn't the Phantom Menace 1990?
No, 99.
No. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know why I created an entire decade earlier version of this movie.
That's fine. Star Wars didn't exist until like 3 years ago, in my opinion, so.
That's actually super true. Woo! Oh, man.
Yeah.
So this book starts out really gruesome, which I remember because I started reading, I got off work early, and I was just sitting there eating a sandwich that has cranberry sauce on it.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was just sitting there with my laptop open being like, why do I try to start these books while eating? And especially right now, this like sloppy, like red, thick sauce just like coming out of this sandwich, and I was like,
oh no.
Animorphs.
Yeah.
It starts us on an in media res scene of just like a really rough fight going on, and Jake gets fucking disemboweled, and
there's
like
guts within the first like 3 pages.
Yeah,
and
then like he is not extricated from the situation from which he has been disemboweled until like 10 pages later.
Yeah, it's like
he gets so much
fight.
done while his tummy entrails are hanging out.
So much, and like the fight just keeps going and going, and it ends really like badly. It ends with Marco and Rachel being like trapped because Rachel goes like bloodthirsty and Marco's like, calm the fuck down, we're leaving. And then they get trapped and they get out and blah blah blah, and Cassie's like, oh my god, I killed like 5 Hork-Bajir, we're more like the enemy every day, Jake, what are we gonna do? And Jake's like, I can't deal with this right now. We are not like the enemy. Bye. And it's like, Animorphs? Hello?
Yeah.
So it starts like that with this, like, unexplained level of, like, high-intensity nonsense, and that's just it for the rest of the book, basically.
Yeah.
Like, it sets its tone very early, and, I mean, I guess props, to it, to just sticking with it for the rest of the book.
The tone of this one was significantly more surreal than I would say is average.
Yeah.
For sure.
In ways that sometimes that largely did not work for me, because it felt like I was just sort of in free fall the entire time I was reading, and not necessarily in like an effective way, just in a like, did they miss a chapter here way?
Yeah.
The PDF copy I was reading, like, I guess semi-hilariously, mislabeled one of the chapters as, like, halfway through the book as chapter 3, and I was like, is this the misplaced chapter that's supposed to explain why things are happening? No, it wasn't. It was just poorly labeled, but,
yeah. Oh, it's just so, it's like, as soon as they get out of this, like, hyper-violent fight where everybody's really, really hurt, and they're, like, killing creatures left and right, everybody's in peak form. Rachel's like, fuck all of you, I could have killed all of them, if you just let me at them. And Marco's like, you're so selfish, you're gonna get us all killed, shut up. And Jake's like, has a migraine,
right,
basically.
Totally.
And Cassie's like, I want to talk about feelings, please. And they're like, no, we can't. And then Axe walks Cassie home, and I have feelings about it.
Right, me too, yes.
And it's like, I don't know. It's just a lot right off the bat, especially after taking a little break from the books.
Oh, I know. Me and Sarah were kind of talking about this before you hopped on the call, though, about how it's like, almost appropriate that this is the book we came back to, because it required us to basically retain none of it, because something tells me that this is going to have nothing to do with anything in the future. And also, I didn't need to remember anything that immediately just happened in order to read this book.
This book is really strange because the entire time it definitely has like a feeling of filler to it, but it also ends so suddenly in such a way that has me like, oh shit, endgame time.
I know. Oh no. Oh, I actually had the same thing because this penultimate chapter was happening, and it was like happening.
Yeah.
Like things were still happening.
Yeah.
And then things just abruptly stopped happening, and I was like, and with no explanation, and just with question marks everywhere, and I was like, either endgame A, or B, just a very rushed draft that they're like, we have to get this out. The deadline was like a week ago. It needs to happen now.
Yeah. It's very So
I think I may have missed something, which is entirely possible. But what about this is screaming endgame to y'all?
The way that it ends,
just
literally the end,
right?
Like
just the end.
The final chapter, or the way that like the whole Jake thing ends.
Just for me, just the final chapter, because there's so much. There's like we have. I mean, I guess we're talking about the book, so it's spoilers. So I think it's okay for us to go a little bit out of order. But like he wakes up with this voice in his head after all of this nonsense has happened, and it's like, neither male nor female, neither young nor old. This voice is, but it's not the Alchemist,
which is like studying humans,
right? And like obviously had transplanted this memory, or like not memory, but like hypothetical future into his brain, and just like for funds. But we don't. But the shocking lack of curiosity Jake has about that, where he basically just surveys his room after all of that, and then calls Cassie to ask if she's okay.
That's basically it. It's, to me, it's the lack of resolution.
Right.
Like, we don't, this whole book is leading up to Jake making this huge choice
where
he's
point.
Basically saving the one or saving the many, which is like what he's wrestling with the entire time. It's what he starts wrestling with at the beginning of the book when he's like trying to save more of his team by trapping Rachel and Marco in this fight.
Right.
And he makes this choice, and they don't really say what he does. And like you could honestly take it either way, I think, because they don't say what he does, and then he calls Cassie to ask if she's okay after she had been so upset the day before. And to me, that could really lean either way. Like, that could mean, oh yeah, he's calling Cassie because he chose to save her life in this thing that we'll get back to. Or it could mean he's calling Cassie because, he chose the other thing and wants to check in and be like, and like, make sure that everything gets set right. I don't know. So it's just the way that it ends, it feels like it's setting up something really big. And it's also possible that it's just bad writing.
The way this rest of this book is structured, neither would really surprise me.
Yeah.
So
after they get home from this fight at the beginning, the first thing that started really tugging at my heartstrings, this is when I was still very engaged in this book, is that Jake and Tom have some like brotherly roughhousing.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's
my
so
heart
much.
hurt about it.
He like Jake like insults him, and Tom like trips him, and Jake like kicks him or whatever, and they're just like like just acting like siblings, and like they don't know that they're on opposite sides of a war.
I know.
Well,
yeah.
on the other, you say that, but Tom's trick, he does know.
I mean, apparently
he
Well,
asks, he's like, hey Jake, do you have blood on you? And Jake's like, oh, my shitty bike. And then later we find out that in this hypothetical future that Jake wakes up in, that was how Tom figured out.
Well, because like Jake even himself says that he had a better thing at the ready when Tom showed up abruptly because he wasn't expecting Tom to be home in the first place, and Tom was like, "Hey Jake, what's up with that fucking?" Because he's got the morphing outfit on, and Tom's like, "What the fuck are you wearing?" And Jake's like, "Spilled Pepsi all over my pants, all over my pants and my shoes and my socks and my shirt, and I had to get new ones." But then like later, like right before Jake's about to hit the hay, like he's on the verge of sleep, like he's just like Tom's just like, "So what happened to your leg?" Jake's like, you know my bike."
Yeah. It's
anyways, deuces, and then like he falls asleep as Tom is like staring him down from the bedroom door.
Yeah. Right. It's
he has I think this is very funny given like the very surreal stuff that's about to happen to us for the next 50 pages. Jake has an incredibly on the nose dream. Like he's standing at a dam and like has his finger in the hole trying to like hold all of the water back. And it's like it's very, very on the nose, which is fine. But just given what the next bit of the book, it's like, did you just wanted to really lay that out before we like descended into madness?
Yeah.
I guess. And
it turns into the next 50 pages or so. It just turns into Blair. We were discussing before the show. You said this was really bad Doctor Who filler.
Oh yeah. Is what it felt like to me.
Yeah.
Can you, out of curiosity, can you point to any episodes in perhaps the first
Angels
2
Take
seasons
Manhattan?
of the revival?
No, sorry, maybe Blair can.
First
but
2 seasons.
This is Angels Take Manhattan.
For sure. No, and it feels very Moffat showrunner-y to me.
Wait, is that the one where the Statue of Liberty is a weeping angel?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not technically filler because a lot of important shit happens in it, but like I was losing my... So Jake wakes up in his 25-year-old body and is like, all right, cool. I've had a psychotic break. I guess I'll just deal with that.
The thing that pissed me off so much about that is that, like, he has gone both forwards and backwards in time on multiple occasions. And he's just like, okay, so the last time it was the Drode or whatever. This time, though, I'm just fucking bonkers.
Yeah. And so he wakes up. The reason that this... we didn't talk about this, Blair, but I completely agree. This felt like Doctor Who filler to me, is that it's just like... Future New York. Ooh, right. It's New York, baby, but everything's future and post-apocalyptic. Uh-oh.
Yep. And you know what else? And the World Trade Center is there.
Yeah.
Which I was like, that's right. I was like, what? Oh, yep, just slightly too soon for that to have happened.
And when I was reading the Wikipedia article for it later, the whatever, Seropedia article for it later.
I do love that it is Seropedia. I do just want to say that.
It says, this book was published in April of 2000 and features a future New York City set around the mid to late 2000s that has most of the skyscrapers destroyed except for the Twin Towers, which are standing and unscathed. And it's like... Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, it's
it's something.
Yeah, but it's like I was like laughing so hard. They sort of like ease off the brakes of the New York stuff a little bit at the end. Like they're still very location based around it. Like he goes to like several New York landmarks, etc. But at the beginning he's like, well, here's how I know that this ain't New York. I've been to New York. And a person just talked to me, and that wouldn't happen in New York.
That's a year.
It's like, so silly.
Okay, hold the fuck on. I think I just realized that there's an untapped vein of this podcast that we've been completely ignoring for these last 60-odd episodes. Which is that, in addition to a cover quote, such as, they're out of sight, you're out of mind, all the books apparently have an inside cover quote.
Oh my god.
So for this
what is it in this one?
All grown up and no place to go.
That's so much better.
Right.
It really is.
He does have several places to go. That's the whole book. But still so much better.
I'm trying to find other history of this. God. Yeah, every single one of them has one, and it's way better than whatever the one on the cover is.
We're gonna have to, at some point, we should do a special episode.
You remember that one where there's like a fucking 40-page like buffalo fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the inside front cover quote is "Where the buffalo roam."
Is that
Where the what?
Where the buffalo roam. And, like, it's not good, but it's better than to morph or not to morph. That is the question.
Yeah, it is a lot better. We should go through speed round at some point in a special episode and just decide which one is better.
For sure.
So Jake, like,
oh my god, that would be really good.
The subway, and he's like, "Oh, I'm having trouble controlling my host," because he figures out, "Oh, I'm in the future. Everybody's controllers." Because it's New York and the people are talking to me or whatever.
Right.
And they're like, "Oh, don't worry, there are pills for that now." And then we've learned that they changed the name of the Empire State Building to the Yerk Empire State Building. I would like to speak with you about this. It's just called the Empire State Building. It's not called the Earth Empire State Building or the Human Empire State Building or the American Empire State Building. It's just called the Empire State Building.
Empire State, baby, let's go!
You can call it the Empire Yerk Building. Also, here's a missed opportunity. So why is it Yerk, New York City, and not New York City?
Fuck!
God, fuck!
Welcome to New York.
It's
been bad for you.
No! Oh no!
It's here in New York.
And then
rays you can eat from the moon. They come to you. Out here in New York.
Only living boy in New York. That's Jake right now.
Yeah.
So
yes.
Yeah. So we
there's
meet
an extremely small detail from this part that I really just love, because Jake gets like an ad to like return to the Yerk homeworld right now, like some fucking hollow banner ad playing above him.
There's a lot of like stupid
Yes, full stop.
like trying to shove in futuristic details, which I feel like maybe would be more effective if this series weren't full of alien technology already.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't. The future details was not where I was. There were parts of this future stuff that I really enjoyed, which is when they like did like the mundanity of all of like the Yerk shit. Like there's when Jake goes into work in the future, a controller greets him and is like, "You're just in time for this afternoon's group efficiency workshop." Piped up another one of the humans. Peer communication skills, conquest through companionship.
Yeah,
like that's the good shit. But
that's
like,
really
that's
great. But yeah, there's a lot of like, it's not impressive to see futuristic, interesting technology, because this whole series is full of it. Jake like stumbles into an abandoned subway platform, and I was like, oh no, Animorphs seems like it wants to engage in disability politics again. Oh no. Because, you know, they see like a bunch of humans down there who have like disabilities or are sick, and then there's like Andalites who don't have their tail blades, and they're all in this commune type thing because they can't be controllers. But it's like, stop.
I know.
I get what you're doing, but I don't need you to go there, please.
Like one can assume, basically.
Yeah. And the thing is, though, that group is barely referenced again, except that like it's implied that the rebel force kills a bunch of them. So they basically exist to be sad and dirty and then die. And it's like,
right.
All right.
Cool.
All right, sure. Yeah. Like, it's fine. This is always going to be part of, like, it's sort of inherently going to be discussed if you're dealing with a parasitic invasion, you know?
Sure, yeah.
But it's just like, I feel like the density of it has just gone up in the past few books, and I'm like over it.
Right.
Yeah. Slightly before, like right before Jake meets these like these disabled people that the freedom fighters are all crusading for. There is a very fun line where he like are both of you familiar with the song Godspeed, Dead Flag Blues by Godspeed You Black Emperor?
No.
Okay. That's a shame. The entire thing is just the entire thing is just like someone monologuing in a really deep Tom Waits voice over a somber violin about like some desolate city, about some like desolate apocalyptic cityscape. It's just like the streets are all paved red with the. Anyways, but Jake just has a line where it's like, the McDonald's on the corner was a burned out shell. The golden arches lay crushed and dim on the sidewalk.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I guess I do know that song, actually. But I couldn't place it when you said it.
I'm glad that my impression of whatever that guy's name is was good enough.
We meet in the subway. We meet a new alien.
Yes.
And I tried to like quickly write down like a description.
It's like the Orf.
They're called the Orf. They are humanoid, but they have a third leg and a long neck with one glowing eye that has orbiting pupils. And their skin is entirely transparent, so you can see all of their organs on display, like, you know, a children's cartoon character that teaches you about the body. And it does turn out later that
Daniel Goodbody or whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Who I never.
Not Daniel.
It's something like that.
It might just be Mr. Goodbody.
I think you're right.
It's something that I never experienced, but only heard as a reference, so I don't feel totally confident.
Slim Goodbody.
Slim Goodbody. Yeah, that sounds familiar. It turns out later that the organs you see are decoys.
Sorry, in Googling this, I just found this Wikipedia article. I really want to hear I really want to get going, but this Wikipedia article is very funny to me the way it starts. Slim Goodbody, aka the superhero of health, aka Mr. Goodbody, is a fictional character created and performed by John Bernstein. Bernstein created the character in 1975. He performed as wearing a sometimes white, sometimes flesh-colored unitard with various tissues, organs, and organ systems painted in biologically accurate locations and sizes. Each costume cost $4,000.
That is insane.
That's the intro paragraph before his table of contents.
It's... Why?
Hold on, let's go look at Slim Goodbody. See what this...
I'm looking at it now. This is not a $4,000... Though I am right now hearing a parody of $1 Million Man by Lana Del Rey, but you look like a $4,000 man.
You know what this fucking looks like? This looks like you remember like those fucking mats that you would get in like a playground floor or something that was like, this one's a city and this one's a train station. Like it looks like if you made that like that, but human body and then wrapped it around a man.
Yeah,
totally.
It's absurd. Are they counting the cost of the research to like look at where organs are? Because I don't think you can count that.
I feel like I could buy this morph suit on Amazon for $20 now.
Cool. Amazon, Slim Goodbody. No, yeah, $4,000. Sorry, Blair.
Oh shit.
Oh, I can buy a box set of DVDs of Slim Goodbody's Desker size. You want to know how much that'll set me back? That'll set me back $999 US.
Oh. That's 1/4 of a Slim Goodbody.
Anyway, sorry for driving us down this Slim Goodbody path.
No, it's okay. Canadian Amazon has 5 things if you look up Slim Goodbody, and 3 of them are just $20 photographs.
Of Slim, just high quality pictures of Slim Goodbody.
This one's 1983 with $10 shipping. There's only one left in stock. It is black and white. Folks, I don't have much time. What do we think?
What do they possibly mean by there's only one left in stock? It is a JPEG.
So what we have is a unique vintage black and white photo ready for me to frame. It's an original press photo, available for the first time after decades of storage in a newspaper office. And it is our good friend Slim Goodbody wearing his $4,000 suit. Given a double thumbs up.
Yeah.
Having a great time.
They're not real happy to be there.
His smile does not reach his eyes.
Unfortunately, but one can pretend.
Does not.
The slightly off kilter thumbs are a little bit. I kind of wish they were like on the same fucking Y plane.
Yeah.
Oh sure.
No, he's casual as hell.
There is a word for what I just said, and I forgot what it was.
I think what you ended up saying was just as good, if not better.
Yeah.
Cool.
So just like Mr. Slim Body, it turns out that these organs are decoys for the Orf.
You can't just say Mr. Slim Body.
Why? That's his name.
Please, Mr. Goodbody was my father. Call me Slim.
Call me Mr. Slim Body.
Will the real Slim Goodbody please stand up?
Me, Slim Body, in the light.
I'm throwing myself into the river. I can't do this anymore. Oh no!
I didn't expect this to be such a musical episode. Shit. Well, speaking of theatrics, so he runs into Cassie. Jake runs into Cassie, and they sort of have a chase sequence that ends in a theater, which is very exciting.
Always.
Well, he doesn't know if it's Cassie, and then it's Cassie.
Yeah, basically. And like the second she showed up, I was like, "There's no reason for this not to be Cassie."
Yeah, and then Jake like saves her life because something nearly falls on her or whatever, and then she's like, "So, you're not dead." And it's like, da-da-da-da-da, chapter end.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And then...
That's like the commercial break stinger.
Yes, exactly. And
I have... One of the things that I... Sorry, Seda, go on.
No, go ahead.
No, I've interrupted you like 4 times this podcast.
Well, my notes are... I read this book a few days ago, and so I'm leaning on my notes a little harder than I usually do, so I'm probably going to skip stuff, so feel free to just jump all around. Cassie basically teaches us about the EF, which is the Evolutionist Front, a Yeerk rebel group that wants to start using artificially created hosts and like have a more symbiotic relationship. And my notes say exactly, I assume somewhere Blair is screaming. Because this was such a Yeerk redemption arc moment.
So everything about the rest of the setting is just dismal. Yeah. Like it's just dismal. And like in a way that almost I can't enjoy, but this specific thing, I'm like, we've known we got this. It's good. I love it. I do truly deeply love it.
Yeah, Cassie's like says that she's friends with her Yeerk, who's named Nis. And I love this whole, like, it sucks to see such a grimdark Cassie, especially since we've spoken before a couple times, I think, about how sometimes it really feels like this series is extra punishing Cassie because she has the gall to be an empathetic and kind person. And so it often feels like Cassie is the one they're trying to break the hardest. And so I don't really enjoy seeing her be all like, I understand war now, Jake, and like, I think it's interesting to see some of the good things about her be used for evil. Like they've said before that like one of the reasons Cassie is so empathetic that she can very easily manipulate people because she's really good at reading them. And so it's interesting to explore that, but at a certain point you're like Alice in Wonderland, but the mushrooms are drugs, you know? And it's like I just can't do it anymore. Alice in Wonderland is not a good example. That is all about drugs. But
it's like Mario, but the mushrooms are drugs.
Yeah, exactly. But that said, I do really like when Cassie gets to act like action movie girl.
Me
and
too.
She's like wrapping her wounds, and she's like getting weapons out of bags, and she's like hands one blaster to Jake and then puts like 7 on her own body. It's just like absolutely. And we see that she has a portable Kandrona ray. Which I think is cool. Like I'm interested a little bit in seeing like the evolution of Yeerk technology specifically, rather than like generic. I wanted egg for breakfast and hole in wall open and it had egg, which is which we get a bit of.
It's not interesting because we basically have the technology to do that today.
Yeah.
But it's the reason why it doesn't exist is because we just have more convenient options to do that.
Yeah. I did, however, identify very much with, like, there was one specific line where I was like, oh, I'm seeing my own dark turn here. Because there's a paragraph describing Cassie. It goes, she was animated. Her eyes glistened as she stood before me. There was the spark I knew. Only it wasn't love of people or animals that put it there. It was thoughts of sabotage, terrorism, strategy. And I was like, that could absolutely be said about me in a grimdark future.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, grimdark wonder year.
Grimdark wonder year. Holy shit.
Which one of us becomes an evil overlord? I think it might be me.
I was gonna say you, probably.
Okay, I was gonna do that. Like, I was gonna do that in my Bim Bam Who's the Captain thing, but who's the evil overlord? But you already did that, so yeah, Blair.
Yeah, I can definitely see, like, an AU where you're, like, an evil overlord, and I'm sort of a, like, I feel like I might be, part of the rebellion, but, like, have lost too much of my heart, etc. Yeah.
But we end up saving each other, basically.
Yeah.
Because I obviously have to get a redemption arc.
Yes.
Or else it's not worth it.
Right.
In this exposition block that Cassie gives here, there's a detail about this there's a detail here that I'm really surprised was not capitalized on or, like, discussed in any way, shape, or form, which is the fact that Axe literally, like, the year Axe became a controller and was forced to, like, genocide and enslave his people.
Yeah.
And Jake is just kind of like, damn, that shit sucks, bro.
Well, yeah, he, like... So, yeah, Cassie is basically, like... she gets interested in actually speaking with Jake because... And just to be clear, this is also future Cassie. Like, she's, in it. Jake doesn't know anything, but she's also 25, but she's a rebellion war leader.
Right.
And she's like, oh, shit, this version of you is an engineer in this project where they're going to turn the moon into a Kandrona sun. I'll talk to you now. And Jake's like, okay, how'd this all happen? And basically she's like, well, Tom figured you out because of your bad bike blood lie. Immediately captures you and Marco and Axe, and then kills Rachel. Only Tobias escapes, and Axe becomes a controller and genocides his own people, and Marco becomes Visser too. And it's like, okay.
And, like, the thing is, this sets seeds for both the Rachel payoff later and the Marco payoff that's, like, 5 pages later. But, like, the Axe stuff is just not... I cannot believe that, I don't know.
Yeah, Axe really
maybe it's just really close to I cannot believe that Jake heard that, like, Axe did that, and Jake was just like, damn, that sounds rough.
Jake is overstimulated.
You got a point. You got a very good point.
And not really responding to things.
Okay.
I feel like at this point, I have just accepted the fact that this is actually happening.
But I totally get what you're saying, that, like, it truly does not come up again.
Yeah, right, exactly. From a storytelling perspective, I guess. It makes sense in the media. So it's like that's just that is like an impossible fact to learn. Like, damn.
Yeah, and Cassie's basically like, okay, we're gonna use you for the rebellion. Go live your fake life.
And also I killed all those people by blowing up the Chrysler Building.
Oh, right. Yeah, I guess. Does that happen before that? I don't know.
Yeah. Like, she blows up the Chrysler...
I think it does, but also fucking whatever.
Yeah.
She blows up the Chrysler Building, and then she mentions it to Jake, and Jake's like, hundreds of people died, and Cassie's like, I'm hard
I understand
now, Jake.
war now. I'm badass now.
Yeah.
And, she's like, okay, we're going to use you for the rebellion, so go live your fake life as best you can, and I'll send someone with the code word. And Jake's like, what if we make the code word peace? And Cassie's like, peace isn't possible. And there's this very sweet moment, honestly, where, like, it's described as, like, something passes over her face, where it really felt to me like she was like, oh, you goddamn child I used to love.
I know.
And then she's like, it's too late for peace. What if the code word is Animorphs? It's like, Code word Animorphs sounds like a spin-off.
Code Word Animorphs is the bad, like, Game Boy Advance game that was released, like, 5 years after this entire thing was over.
Yeah, and it's about, like, a kid we see. It's about, like, Melissa Chapman. Like, she's the only...
Wait, it's hold on. I've got it. I'm gonna kick the threads. Codename Kids Next Door. Codename Animorphs. Now, you, Sadie, you keep talking. I'm going to spend the rest of this podcast trying to come up with a backronym for Animorphs.
It's not worth it. Wait.
Sadie, what were you saying, though, about Melissa Chapman? Always needing impressions. Wait, hold. Okay, let's do this word circle style. Blair starts with always, I say needing, Sada gets I, and we just go in a circle until we finish it.
Interrogation.
Okay, always needing interrogation.
Always need interrogation. Maybe. Thank you for spelling it out for us.
I dropped the word Animorphs in all caps into the chat because it felt like we were maybe losing the plot a little bit there.
You're my hero. So it was always needing interrogation, maybe?
Mondays or...
No. It's a word. It's a circle. You get to say, is it maybe or Mondays?
What's funnier? Mondays is funnier.
It doesn't make a sentence.
It can be a sentence.
Always needing interrogation.
Haunted? Is this called being possessed right now? Does anyone hear this?
Okay, we should get back to it.
No, I'm not
fine.
joking. Does anyone hear what's happening right now?
Hi, Sada. What's up?
Hey.
You good?
What's up?
Sada typed Animorphs in all caps and then died.
Something so bad is happening. What is it? What?
Wait.
I don't know what's happening, but Sada's making me laugh.
Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. So my power cord is really stripped.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
And it started to touch my headphones.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And so there was just slowly increasing electronic interference and like sounded like an alien broadcast happening in my headphones, and I felt like I was dying because nobody else heard it.
Oh no.
And I didn't understand where it was coming from or what it could possibly mean, and I was so scared.
Oh no. Seda! Oh no.
They're the aliens.
Why
they're
isn't
them.
the first word agents?
Blair said always.
Because I was gonna be like, it's like always ABC, always be
Morphin.
Morphin, but it's.
Do we want to finish this improv exercise or
No.
Okay, fine.
I think
see if Blair ever gets on Wham City Comedy with his by fucking method of improv.
That was the Andalites coming into my headphones and saying stop.
That was the Andalites coming in and saying you are about to uncover something you do not want to find out. You don't want to find out what this acronym stands for.
Yeah, we were.
None
too
of you
close
have
to
taken
the truth.
improv classes. You don't deserve it.
Are you gonna say that to me, Blair?
I don't know. Have you? You definitely have. What am I saying? I've never taken improv classes, and that shows. Oh no. Oh god. I'm leaving this podcast. What happens next?
We found a controller whose host used to work for the ACLU.
It's really funny.
Yep, that definitely happens.
Because Jake's basically just like, my host is so annoying, has some rebellious tendencies. And then, we get someone being like, oh, yeah, my host used to work for the LCBO is what I was going to say. The Liquor Control Board of Ontario. The ACLU, and won't shut up about how I'm infringing on his rights. That's so fucking funny.
I know. Oh, so stupid. So deliciously stupid.
Uh-huh.
So, Jake tries to be a normal boy at work. which goes really bad immediately in the most hilarious way. Mm-hmm. This book is doing so much too much at once.
Yes,
it doesn't even allow us to enjoy the meeting that he's at, mm-hmm. which is the one we were talking about earlier.
The pure communication skills, conquest through companionship.
Exactly that one. Or his little heads up display, 3D image because he's a engineer or whatever.
Yeah, his VR engineering setup that makes him think that he's he puts it on and he's like, oh shit, this is real now.
Right.
Which sure.
Because it makes him crazy immediately. Because he's there's basically no explanation for this other than the fact that I just had to assume it's because of this brain thing.
So here's my out of the ass explanation for this is that the technology was designed with for brains with yeerks in them in mind. And so the technology tried to seep in there, and it's like, wait a second, there's not a yeerk in there, and the tech is like,
there's just trauma.
Yeah,
just go ahead and scoop that shit out.
Because he turns and basically sees a bunch of eviscerated Hork-Bajir and taxons, and then the Atlantis creature shows up and tries to attack him, and then David as a little mouse runs up on his legs and starts biting him, and I'm like, does anyone else smoke weed in this thread? I truly don't know what's happening here. I'm emotionally checked out at this point because I'm like, no fucking way, absolutely not. And then one must assume he has some sort of reaction to that because everyone is silent afterwards, and they're like, hey boss, you good? And he's like, haha, yeah. And then he gets this is insane. It's just insane. It's just insanity upon insanity upon insanity. He gets escorted away. He gets arrested by his father, basically.
Dad troller.
And they have a little conversation, which is too on the nose, where it's his dad, Jake is like, Dad? And then the dad troller is like, yes, my host was also related to your host.
What a coincidence.
Funny how that happens. And then Jake is like, it is a coincidence. Ha, I've run into a lot of people. Gee whiz, this sure is a small world. That's real funny. And
there is a line in that paragraph where he's like, first I find Cassie, and then I see Marco, and then I find out that Rachel's dead, and finding out that Rachel's dead is that sucks, but that's not I would not chalk that up to the coincidences.
Right. That's like, oh wow, I ran into 2 old friends in one day, and I found out that one other old friend died. It's like,
right.
Yeah, it's 'cause, well, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he gets arrested and thrown in front of Visser, whatever.
Yeah, Visser Marco.
So this is something I found kind of interesting. When they start trying to show the cracks in this hallucination dreamscape, whatever Jake is in, mm-hmm. Because so okay, 2 things. First of all, the controller Marco trying to act like Marco was genuinely very frightening to me.
I love that. That was so good. It was. Oh, sorry. Go on.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
No, I interrupt you all the time. Please.
It's because I'm always talking. It's hard not to. There are times when this controller tries to be flippant and make jokes and use Marco's cadence, and it's just slightly off, and I found that so frightening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's very good, very well done, and it made me wish that Marco was in this book more.
I know.
It made me wish that any of the characters that I like were in this book.
It's true. Right. It's tough to spend so much time with just one, especially, bless his heart, one without a lot of interiority.
Honey baby boy. Yeah, you're totally right.
Jake is a character with a lot of depth, but there is not depth to his character if he does not have the rest of the Animorphs to play off of.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he is far and away the least strong character, as a solo venture among all of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it's his whole deal, right? Is him relating and figuring out how he relates to the other people in his life, who are his friends and also his army.
Right.
Yeah, and this felt like a weird little detail.
In this book, instead of having that kind of serious introspection, he's just kind of whoa.
Marco brings out It feels like a villain bringing out his, like, scary pit bull or something. They have this, like, particularly bloodthirsty taxon where they're like, this taxon's so violent. How violent is he? We don't even make him a controller. We just let him eat people. And it's like, you could do that to any fucking whatever.
Yeah, like literally some of the taxons in their employ are, like, not controllers. They just are so hungry.
It really felt like in the show it would be like they designed a new, scarier taxon and wanted to show it off.
You know what this is?
Yeah.
I genuinely think this is Marco's, like, this feels like Marco's controller bullshitting to me.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Maybe he's just kind of forgotten that the Animorphs also know this.
That's really funny. I like that idea a lot. Like, they were supposed to have, like, a shark pit to lower him into, but they couldn't. It just didn't work. So they were like, well, okay, it's just one shark, but he's so scary.
Can you go put, like, Greg on a leash real quick?
Yeah.
Can you just go grab Greg? I know he's in that meeting about the conquest through companionship, but can you just, like, we just gotta borrow him for like 5-10 minutes?
Can you make his latte a double and just, like, bring him in?
Yeah.
And then Marco,
Cassie and Tobias are here? Too.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
Well, Cassie is there because Marco wheels out Cassie and is like, hey, I'm going to kill your girlfriend. And Jake's like, no, don't kill my girlfriend. I'll talk. And Marco's like, excellent. And then Cassie's like, patooey, and spits in Marco's eye.
Spits in his eye. It's so dope.
It's really good.
Marco, see, this is where they're starting to, like, show the cracks in it, because Marco misspeaks. He's like, and I'm Visser 3. And Jake's like, but Cassie said you were Visser 2. And Marco's like, oh, I am. And then he goes off on, like, an insane dream villain monologue. Like, he's like, what's the difference? What's the difference between anything? Is there a difference between pain and no pain? All pain is pain, and fear is fear. And if this taxon eats you, you'll feel it. So what does it matter? It's a dream if you want, but it's also real, and I'm scary. And it's like, ooh. And you can just kind of, like, feel Marco inside being like, I'm Darth Vader. Like, let me go. Yeah. Darth Vader's not known for monologues. That was not a good example, but, you know.
No, but I do think it is a thought that he would have.
Yeah.
I just got this really funny idea in my head of, like, Marco and Jake, like, talking about, like, what force powers they'd want, and then, like, Rachel walking by and just being like, you truly turn into animals, you know. And Marco's just like, yeah, but I can't. I want to shoot lightning.
I want to shoot lightning.
Oh no. I'm not. We can't think about Star Wars.
No, we
can't think too much about Star Wars.
We got to be careful if we think about Star Wars.
I can talk.
We can talk about Star Wars when we don't have a book to talk about.
Yeah.
Okay, let's finish this book and then talk about Star Wars. Listen, I watched the movies for the first time ever.
We are already over an hour.
Yeah. Bonus Star Wars episode
Christ,
later, but
almost
not now.
10. Jesus Christ.
Yes, exactly.
So, Cassie spits into Marco's eye, and then none of it was real.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Hold on. You're missing. There's a couple of things in the middle of that you're skipping over. So she spits in his eye, and, like, then Marco's like, okay, go back to work and be normal, but wait for someone to give you a sign, and then double cross them or whatever, and that eventually leads to him finding Rachel, who is.
Well, but I mean, like, literally none of that was real. Like, Jake wakes up again.
Like, he passes out, but it's also like it's not real, but it's also implied, like, things stick to him.
Yeah.
In a way that, like, the implication is that maybe it's dreamlike in a way that's, like, a little on the nose.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, because at this point, again, I've said I'm completely emotionally checked out, so I'm, like, scrolling, like, this might as well fucking happen.
Yeah, he meets Rachel, and then it's a whole thing where Rachel has been seriously injured, and again, Animorphs tries to get into disability a bit, and so I just didn't take any notes on that part. I remember reading it, but I was like, I don't want to engage with this because it sucks.
Right.
When Cassie showed up, I did cry a little bit. I mean, I've been having a day, so that might have more to do with it, but I digress. I did cry. Or when Rachel shows up, I said Cassie.
Yeah, I Yeah, I mean,
they have a good conversation.
It was
so.
abstractly affecting.
Yes.
I could see that the circumstances were emotional, but the book was not bringing me there.
Right.
But and then Jake kind of like runs and he does a whole bunch of like, you know, those like missions. I'm going to make a video game reference. Are you ready? Not a specific one, just a general one. It's like when you're on those missions where you're going, and then there's like a timer thing where it's like, okay, now you have to hit triangle.
Quick time events. Yes.
Yeah, it's a quick time event where he's dodging all of the orphs. And,
hold on, say that. I'm gonna let you dial that one back. Say Shenmue instead, and that'll get you some good credit.
I don't want to. It sounds like a bad word.
You can cuss. It's okay.
I'm 15. I was cursing at 15. I don't know how young is 15.
Among us.
Oh my god, my dad.
I may not have been cursing at 15.
I know exactly when I don't know when I started swearing, but I know when I told my dad that I was swearing. So I'd already been, I didn't go to a very good school. Like, we were pretty rough and tumble. And then when I was 11, I think, 11 or 12, I went to my dad and was like, Father, just so you know, I'm going to begin integrating swearing into my language. And my dad tells this story so often because to him it was me asking for permission, but for me I was like, I'm just letting you know so that if I say fuck in front of you, you're not gonna think you're not gonna freak out.
That is so funny, and that is so you. That is probably one of the most you stories I've ever heard. Oh my god, Sadas be the same.
I know, it's so true. And then Jake's running. He tries to get to the library, and then he falls into a black hole where there's children singing.
Yep, it's a very idyllic view.
I hated this. It was so boring.
These are like the free...
It's like this is what Jake's here to fight for. Like,
yeah. So
like
I also, yeah. So this is like the free folk. I think that's a Game of Thrones thing.
It is. But that's in my notes too. So
yeah, and they rescue kids from human farms. Oh, so I have a thing. So they say that controllers are picked at random to procreate, in order to create more humans, and then the kids are raised in human farms. Blah blah blah. And my question is, how many Yeerks do you think defect from the Yeerk Empire because they happen to be put into a body that has to carry a pregnancy to term?
Oh my god!
Can you imagine just like having to live in this? Because I assume like it's very much implied that like it's not like they don't have pregnancy farms. Like all of this sucks.
Right.
I understand this sucks, but there must be Yeerks that are like, fuck this.
Right.
Being
no,
pregnant
absolutely.
sucks. I'm out.
Oh my god, because it's like,
yeah,
because like humans don't have freedoms, but also Yeerks kind of don't either. They're
yeah,
also,
exactly.
Like, in this highly like hierarchical, like segmented society.
Yeah,
it's
so
interesting.
They rescue the kids from the human farms and they pump them full of joy and trees, and give them concept names like Justice, Liberty, and Storm, which isn't so much a concept as a meteorological effect. And Jake's like, why don't these kids have trauma? And it's like, Jake, sweetie, baby.
You can't just ask someone when they don't have trauma.
And then the, like, whoever caregiver is like, oh, because we give them trees and happiness. And Jake's like,
cool.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
I hate this fucking book. Then just plot soup happens. He leaves the compound. Jake, just is like...
He leaves and Jake he goes to the library and then he finds a really long stack and goes down it, and then he sees Elfhanger and he's like, oh shit, he's hot as hell. But it's actually Tobias in... this actually really did kind of get me. Tobias was like... So Tobias speaks to him as Elfhanger and then, like, changes his voice and is like, it's me, your friend Tobias. Remember that I could morph Axe? I decided to not be Bird anymore and instead be Axe, and that's when it, like, hit me in my heart that Axe was gone, and I was like, oh, no. And then Tobias is like, twist, you didn't get captured, you got killed. And And then I guess I felt something because my next note is I'm literally too emotional to take notes about this Andalite, Tobias, and Jake conversation. So something happened.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, I say that like I didn't just finish reading the book 2 hours ago. This entire scene is like a discourse between Jake and Tobias about how Jake is like this wouldn't make you break into tears though, because I can't imagine you tearing up over the fact that like Jake being confronted on, does he really not want to be a leader? Because that's all I remember about that scene.
Yeah, I know that it gets into like, so now your choice is either go and save Cassie's life or altering this moon ray. So you have to decide. I think that honestly I was just too stricken by Andalite Tobias to think about anything else.
Honestly, entirely possible and probable.
Yeah. And then Jake leaves the library and the season is changed because whatever. And then he has the choice to either save Cassie's life or fuck up this project that's going to turn the moon into Kandrona. And then he wakes up and there's a beautiful non-binary voice in the void calling to him. And then he's like, calls Cassie and he's like, are you okay? And then I wrote, what several times in all caps.
Because the book just ends.
The book just simply ends.
It's over.
And that's it.
You ever like I think this happens to me fairly often when reading these books, where I'm reading something and I'm like, oh, this is pretty intense. I wonder how much of the book. 6 pages.
Yeah.
Like this one was the worst offender because I had that moment and I was like, the next page.
You know what? One thing that I really kept thinking about and just came up again is that, excuse me, I feel like this book, I don't know if it was written with the TV show in mind or if it was just written by somebody who thinks more cinematically than narratively. I can see how this would work as a weird mid-season episode of the TV show, you know?
For sure.
When,
absolutely.
When you actually have the visuals and you have a way of showing reality distorting around Jake slowly and everything falling apart around him as he's slowly figuring out that this isn't real and all of that. And like, I feel like that could be interesting, especially if you're looking at like the season arc. This is the last season and this like gives you your almost breather before we get into like, because we've only got like 10 books to go, right?
Yeah, unfortunately we've got a couple more breathers ahead of us.
Yeah, but you know, if we tightened it up a little.
Yeah, tighten up a little bit.
I can see this being a controversial episode of the show that I would very much enjoy.
Absolutely.
I just don't think it works as a book.
I totally agree, because as this was happening, I'm just like, I was like swimming through a sea of nonsense, like, because things just kept happening.
Yeah.
And I was like waiting, because in text you expect like,
text needs to carry you a little bit more, like needs to hold your hand a little bit more through like transitions of things.
Right.
This one I was just getting whiplash from this one.
Right.
It just kind of felt like they were sorry, go on, Blair.
Well, I just kept expecting like narrative threads to be connecting, and I felt like I was doing all the intellectual labor for this book, trying to make things make sense.
Yeah.
In a way that felt like this isn't how literature works.
Right. The thing that really the problem that got me about this is that it felt like they had a plot in mind, and then they were like, okay, but how does Jake go back? Like, how does it feels like they set up the exact story beats, and then did not figure out why why Jake would enter and exit captivity so often.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, I feel like so much of it's just like, so how does he get back to the office to do the rest of the stuff that he needs to do? I don't know. He'll come back later. Marco believes him that he'll come back later. Sure, okay. What about this next? It just felt like they figured out why he left the building. They figured out how he was able to leave the building after they figured out why he did.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me. And this is such an unnecessarily intense pull, but I kept thinking of like the visuals in the back of Midsummer.
Oh, sure.
And how it where
everything like breathes.
Yeah. And how they use hidden visual and they used the memories of like visualizations and things that happened earlier in the movie. There are echoes of it that are very dreamlike, and I can see how something like that would make this very effective if you had a way to silently bring elements back to like keep the story moving.
Sure.
I think that would be cool and make it work. But this is a book.
Yeah.
This is a 70-page book.
Yep. Woo!
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, Animorphs.
Animorph.
You know what? It was certainly exciting to come back on this book.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I'm kind of glad. I was lamenting that we came back to this one to Blair earlier, but I kind of would like to reverse my opinion that I kind of am glad that we came back to this one, and I'm not like expected to like housing with like deep emotional resonance like some of the books do. Like if we came back to some of these books, it would not be well.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this one was just goofy. Goofy and intense in a way. It's fine. We've discussed this book at length.
Yeah, we definitely have.
All right.
What comes next? Questions?
Let's do some plugs. Questions. Oh, questions. Absolutely.
Yeah, we got some questions. I put the questions tweet up way early today.
Woo!
At Maxie Staten wishes to know, if you went back in time to meet your younger self, would they think you're cool?
Yes.
Yes.
Maybe. That's such a hard question. I feel like maybe if you ask me that question...
Cool is not the word I would use. Maybe it is. I don't know. I thought girls were cool when I was 15. I still think girls are cool.
Mm-hmm. I would say if this question was posed to me in like 2 years, the answer would absolutely be yes. But right now, it'd be like maybe, kind of. Actually, definitely. I thought adults were cool. All adults were cool.
I had a pretty inherent mistrust of all adults, but I have very much leaned into and become the exact sort of person I always wanted to be. So I feel like, yeah,
totally. Absolutely.
I mean, mine is just like, I'm a girl now. And
sure.
Yeah. Like I like just like tell 15-year-olds like die hard, straight edge, never touch alcohol or anything. Just tell me that like, hey, weed's okay. Just sometimes.
You'll do fine.
You'll do fine. Just just do a bump of cocaine every now and then.
Don't do that. Don't tell a child that.
Okay.
Oh,
fine.
Yeah. Teen me would not approve of the drinking, etc. I wouldn't go into the harder stuff with them because they're not quite. They pretended to be allergic to alcohol until they were like 17 or 18. So
that's crazy. I never knew that about you.
Oh yeah. Do you want to unlock my tragic backstory? We can get into it.
I feel like I've already. There's like just like little things that I'm unlocking here and there now. It's like a little advent calendar of trauma.
Exactly what it is. Advent calendar of trauma. Yeah, absolutely.
Woo!
Oh my god. Well, the funniest thing about being so online for my entire life is that in a way I can go back and visit my younger self.
Right.
And through like DeviantArt artist comments and just be like, oh, kiddo.
Oh, yes. Yep.
Yep.
Sometimes I like go back and I just read a bunch of like poems and stuff, and I spend some time with like 16-year-old me, and I'm like, oh no. Oh no.
Teenager is hard.
Hold on, sorry. I just found some extremely important information, which is my old DeviantArt page from when I was, how old was I when I posted this one? I posted this one almost 10 years ago exactly. And it's an extremely, extremely blurry picture of me holding up an umbrella.
Oh,
you know, I'm just going to link it.
That's art, baby.
But it's specifically an umbrella, like Umbrella Core from the video game.
Oh, that's adorable. Oh, look at you little nerd. There's not a lot of interesting things on my old DeviantArt. I've looked at it recently, and I think I deleted a lot of things about 5 years ago.
I have 888 deviations in storage. Anyway, we've been doing this for an hour and a quarter. So,
do we have other questions?
Yes, we do. This one from @Ducky Aisha, who wants to know: I have a distinct memory of as a kid reading Jake talking about the Two Towers in the future, i.e. post 9/11, and being dumbstruck. What other examples of sci-fi failing to predict massive events, quote, in the future, quote, have stuck with you over time? Blade Runner.
Blade Runner?
Blade Runner was last month.
Sure.
I'm trying to think of other ones.
So
Mega Man.
I can't think of anything specifically, but what I always think about in that sort of like weird context is the Robert Pattinson movie where it just turns out that he died in 9/11.
Reign Over Me.
Yeah.
No, Remember Me. Remember
that
Me?
A lot.
Remember Me. Those are both 9/11 movies. One of them's about Adam Sandler. The other one's about Robert Pattinson.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just such a weird thing that our culture was doing for way too long.
Yeah. I know. Sorry, my.
No, I can't think of anything else specifically, but it is those like weird, just our weird relationship with buildings and stuff, and how that just like it's just there's just no reason for it. It's very strange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mentioned Mega Man as just like an offhand comment, but that didn't remind me that in the original Mega Man, the games are set in the far off future of the year 2000 and X.
Uh-huh.
And then by like the third or fourth installment, they were like, the 2000s are kind of going to be upon us before we're like at this future robot master technology. What if we made it 20XX?
Right.
And so from then on, it was 20XX. So that could be any time from 2000 to 2099.
Right. We got time.
Yeah.
We got time, baby. Cool. Is them's questions?
Them is questions.
Fabulous. If you want to find our little show, you can contact us at Twitter, on Twitter at the Wonder Yerks, or you can support the show on Patreon, patreon.com/fearbaiting. I believe all patronages are paused as fearbaiting is on hiatus right now, but you can still swing over there, I guess, if your deep dark machinations want you to do so.
Yeah.
And you can also support the sister podcast Fear Baiting there as well. If you would like to find me on the internet, you can do so at Blair Kitsch on Twitter. I'm yelling all the time, especially now that it's Star Wars season.
Star Wars season, baby!
Seda, where can we find you on the internet?
I'm in Star Wars. I'm
Star Wars. Seda, if you look very closely, in the scene when Lin-Manuel Miranda shows up, you can see Seda in the very background, just kind of running into frame.
Yeah.
Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Yeah, he has a cameo.
Oh. So does Seda.
Yeah, so does Seda. In that exact same scene, Seda, you can just like see Seda scurry on the set and then be hafted away by like some key grip.
Yeah.
But they kept it in, so who really won? I'm on Twitter at nudity with an EA instead of a Y, and you can check it. I'm not used to doing this second. I'm really thrown off. You can check out my music at gaygothvibes.online or pilotingtheanimal.bandcamp.com, and you can check out my other podcast where I make little songs to solve little problems at Music for Molehills. Musical Mole on Twitter. There we go. Woo!
Yes. Hey, Sarah.
Yeah.
Where can we find you on the internets?
I'm not fucking doing podcasts for this month, except for the Wonder Years. I do one podcast this month, but if you want to listen to me on other months, you can check out Fear Baiting, which Blair mentioned, Henry Kissinger's Pokemon Going to Die, which is the Leftism podcast that I do, which is also taking the month off, but hey, there's a backlog. You can listen. I think we're funny.
Uh-huh.
You can check me out on Twitter also at Sunhatzhenya, SUNHATZHENYA. And... is that everything? Do I have anything else to plug?
Thanks, Noise Space.
Thank you, Noise Space. Thank you, Noise Space, and Matt GameCube for hosting this podcast and so many other wonderful podcasts.
Mm-hmm. And thank you to Baby Yoda.
Thank you, Baby Yoda.
Oh my God, thank you so much, Baby Yoda.
Everyone,
thank you.
Pirate the Mandalorian.
Yeah, Pirate
Go
the Mandalorian.
steal Star Wars directly from Disney. Thank you.
Just sorry, I just reminded me of an article that I saw the other day that was from the Hard Times, and it was just like breaking. Baby Yoda has died after being carried off set by a very large bird.
Oh no!
I don't like that.
Baby Yoda lives forever, and so do we. So until next time that we do this podcast, I have been Blair.
I'm Sarah.
I'm Seda.
And remember...
Agents, notice, interrogate, meet, operatives, report, pile, hard, secrets.
The whole time. The whole time? The whole time. Keep your hand on the escafil device.
Keep
the
your
whole
hand on the escafil device. They're mine. They're mine. Oh my god.